views expressed on this program are not those of IntellectualRadio.com, its subsidiaries, or sponsors. Encouraging, educating, and empowering you into action. This is Warriors Talk with your host, Lady Rochelle.
Welcome to Warriors Talk, where we move away from awareness towards action. I am your host, Lady Rochelle, and tonight we're talking about then and now, the evolution of breast cancer diagnosis, treatment, and survivorship. As we continue through Breast Cancer Awareness Month, this conversation is close to both of our hearts. I was diagnosed over 12 years ago, and my co-host Razal walked through this journey with his late wife who transitioned. And together we've seen how far the U.S. has come and how much further we need to go. So go ahead and grab your tea, your water, your journals, and your favorite snack and join in on this life-saving conversation. On the last episode of Warriors Talk, I talked to Alyssa Boudreau and we discussed I Danced My Way Through Death. You can head on over to Intellectual Radio and stay connected for any episodes you may miss. The quote of the day is breast cancer is no longer a death sentence. It's a call to awareness, action, and early detection. Save the date, family. Save the date, October the 18th. Warriors Talk will be hosting our 9th annual Survivor Celebration of Reflection Gala and book launch when Warriors Talk Faith Emerges, taking place at the Crystal Sky Banquet, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. We are celebrating all cancer survivors, warriors in battle, and we are in memory of those who are no longer with us. So join in. There's still time to get your ticket. You can become a vendor. If you would like to be a sponsor, just go to warriorstalk.org for more information. If you are tuned in on any form of social media, like the show, share the show. Invite someone else in on the show that you feel may benefit from this valuable information. I'm so grateful for my sponsor. I have Pastor Michael Richardson with the Emmanuel Church of God in Christ, who has a special message for us.
Greetings, I am Pastor Michael Richardson.
And I am First Lady Anastasia Richardson from the Emmanuel Church of God in Christ. We're located at 3058 West Van Buren in Chicago, Illinois. We are building upon a solid foundation.
And we're inviting you to join us every Sunday morning on Facebook Live at Emmanuel Kojic at 10:15 Central Standard Time. And you can also view our videos on our YouTube channel at Emmanuel Kojic-MR. Once again, this is Pastor Michael Richardson
and First Lady Anastasia Richardson, and we are from the Emmanuel Church of God in Christ. We are building upon a solid foundation.
Co-hosting with me today is none other than the cancer activist, motivational speaker, and the founder of the Gal Foundation, Razal Gilmore, aka The Biz. Hey, Razal.
Hey, Lady Rochelle.
How are you?
I am well, and yourself?
I'm good.
You look great.
Good. Thank you. I'm ready to get this conversation started. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and I wore my pink shirt. I actually got it from Tracy Kincaid. She is selling T-shirts and hats to support herself. So make sure you check her out. Go to Tracy Kincaid and purchase you a T-shirt. Support a survivor.
Yes.
Hey, Lisa. Thank you for joining us. So the conversation tonight is centered around then and now, the evolution of breast cancer, diagnosis, treatment, and survivorship. And when you think about, Razal, how far we have come, or have we, you can think back to when your wife was diagnosed and how things may be different now. Like, how do you view breast cancer now as when you did when she was diagnosed?
Um, I still believe that it's words that a person doesn't want to hear. I listened to you a lot, actually, when you said that it happened to you because God thought that you had the largest mouth that there was to help spread the word about it. And there's so many people that I know who's still going through it. And I try to tell them that there's a purpose in this journey, just like it was for me years ago with me and my wife. There was a purpose in this whole thing. So I don't look at it as a bad thing anymore. I look at it to see what's going to be the outcome. What lesson is it trying to teach? Where is God trying to move me? What is he trying to tell me? And that's how I try to get everybody to have that type of visualization, that type of mind, that mindset, instead of feeding and concentrating on what's going on.
Yes, I always say God allowed it. Like, it wasn't a surprise that I was diagnosed with breast cancer. He knew it was coming. He allowed it for some reason, and ultimately he gets the glory out of what I go through. And that's one of the reasons why I share and I encourage others to share when they're ready. I want to be able to empower individuals with knowledge that they can use to make better decisions for themselves.
Absolutely. And it's, I know we're going to talk about it somewhere down the show, but it's ironic that my wife's best friend, who was there for her and felt her pain and everything, was diagnosed back in March, I think I want to say. Yeah, so she's been doing sessions. She's stage 1. She's almost done about 4 more rounds of chemo. But it's just something. And my wife's mother has also been diagnosed. So it's been crazy.
Wow. Okay. So then I'm thinking about your daughters, because the mom, the grandmother, have you thought about genetic testing for them?
They know. They know they need to get tested. And again, the relationship isn't where it needs to be. They ain't going to listen to old dad and what I got to say. I don't know anything. You know how these kids are. They think they know everything. But they definitely should
know nothing.
Right.
What was the age that your wife was diagnosed?
About 30. She was diagnosed at 30.
So then 20 is
Yep.
the age.
My youngest is 20 and my oldest is 30.
Wow. So they're both at an age to where they should be thinking
Tested.
about their breast health, talking to their doctor about it to see what could they do. And it could be nothing. They could never get a breast cancer diagnosis, but it's just something to think about and to try to take charge of what it is that they can do, if anything. So, wow. You just never know. You never know. And that's the weird thing about breast cancer is I was talking to somebody the other day and I was like, you could be doing everything right. You could be doing everything right and you could still get a cancer diagnosis. For whatever reason, that gene turns on. Something happens to where that gene is turned on. Which is,
and that could be stress, that could be anything. Built up anger. And I try to tell them, like, whatever it is, we need to sit and let it go, because you may not see it now, but sometime later on down the line, Right now, it could just be in the process of motion. It just ain't like you said. It just didn't present itself yet.
Release it. Release
And
whatever stress.
it's funny how I watch how now her husband happened to be. Yeah, see,
Well, I can't
thanks,
hear it.
Malia.
My Leah can hear it, but I can't hear it. That's weird.
But her husband, is a good friend of mine, is going through the same thing what I went through with my wife at the time. The questions and what to do and how she thinks like what's going to happen and what can he do. He's trying to balance work and take care of her at the same time. It's a lot on his plate. He's feeling the pressure now.
Wow. And that's why it pays to be empathetic when someone else may be going through, whether they're the caregiver or they're the survivor themselves, because you don't know if you're going to sit in that seat. So wow. I hate to hear anybody. I get it's a trigger for me when I hear that somebody has been diagnosed. I'm just like, I don't want to hear it. I don't care how early they get diagnosed. Cancer is cancer. Like I don't
Mhm.
I don't like it. And so that's why I continue to have these talks and we do these shows. Do I like talking about cancer? Absolutely not. No. Sometimes I have to take a break from talking about it all the time because it can really get to you, especially when you're talking about it and then all of a sudden you lose someone that's in the fight that was going hard, and you have to take a break. You have to preserve yourself and get back on it and keep pushing because somebody out there needs to hear the message.
You know who we really need to? We don't have to do a show. Maybe we could get one on there. The nurses that administer the chemo. So my wife, it's funny, after all these years, I still keep in touch with my wife's nurse from the hospital.
Wow.
She said the biggest thing, because you see these people all the time, maybe twice a week, 3 times a week, whatever case, you see them all the time. They're like family now to you. And then when something happened, God, they pass away, or they, their fight is over, it's very hard on them. Because they've got attached to you, and that I have to definitely give kudos to all the nurses out there that work in the cancer treatment centers.
Yeah, definitely. My nurse was Barb. She was a Caucasian lady, a little older, very sweet, very gentle, relatable, personable, treated you and looked at you like you were human. And me and the girls went back not too long ago and we took some of our I call them battle buddy sacks up to the cancer treatment center, and she hugged me so tight. She was so happy to see me, like, how you doing? Are you okay? And she just hugged me for a while. We took pictures, and then I called back up there. They was like, Barb retired. I was like, good for you, Barb. Good for you. Good for you. Yes. So, yeah. I mean, these are people. I was in chemo every Friday from 9 to 1 for 6 months. So I saw this lady, and it's hard not to get attached. It's hard. It takes a special type of person. I always say it takes a special type of person to be a doctor, a nurse, a hospice nurse, a fireman, police officer. Like these jobs, these uniform jobs, it takes a special type of person to do these type of jobs. Even I had my sisters on and they was talking about being, what is it, CNAs. It takes a special type of person to do those type of jobs. Like you really have to be a person of compassion and selflessness because you're putting others before yourself. So yes, I totally agree with you. Like kudos to them because it's a hard job to do.
Yeah. Yes, man. They see so many people. And I think one of the biggest hurts for them is when they see couples like myself come in there, because a lot of times it's just the patient, just one single person. They don't have nobody. But when you have a couple coming in and something happens, they know like there's a tear now in that relationship or that marriage. And so they're like very sad and heartbroken, because they're feeling the pain for the patient and feeling the pain for the caregiver, for you. So it's almost like a double hurt.
Yeah. And that's why I was saying you have to be compassionate. Watch what you say to people who may be going through, who are fighting, or who may be done with treatment. Just like, because sometimes you see people out of treatment and you think that, oh, they're okay now, they're done with treatment. Like, no, the outside may be trying to mend itself, but the inside and the mental, I guarantee you, it's not. And
Mhm.
for you to have to, I want to say, I was with a guy, let me just say this, when I was going through my treatment, but he only went to my very last treatment. And that was because I threatened him, like, look, dude, I done had all these treatments and I've been asking you to come and you have not been to any. If I go to this last treatment by myself, I'm by myself. And so he ended up going to the very last treatment with me. And yeah, and he wasn't even engaged. He was on his phone. I was like, what's really going on? But
Oh my God.
anyways, I was able to get through that by the grace of God. I was able to get through. But yeah, I mean, when you have a husband and wife and then there's children involved, like there's so many different components when you're going through. I always say when one person have a cancer diagnosis, the entire family is dealing with this cancer diagnosis, not just that person. Everybody's trying to process their feelings, and you have to take into consideration that these people love you. They want to help you. They want to support you. They want you to be okay. So it's a lot.
It is. But that's when everybody want to become a doctor. They watching TikTok. Oh, you should drink kale soup. They say they'll get rid of it. You should eat ginger root raw. All these different things. They got all the remedies now in the world on how to cure it, and you feel better. All these doctors just be coming out of nowhere.
Yes. Oh my God. I'm serious. I had this conversation with somebody close to me, and I was like, they kept mentioning like, people should fight cancer naturally. And I said, everybody's body is different. So what works for one person may not work for the next person. And the natural may last for a while, just like the medical lasts for a while. And sometimes it stopped working. Sometimes your body is like, nah, I'm over this, or I'm immune to it. So, people are different. Sometimes you may have to do a little bit of both. But people shouldn't be condemned because they choose one or the other. Like it's a personal choice, and you shouldn't feel bad because you chose to do either. I think,
Absolutely.
and especially because the natural way is not as highlighted as the toxin induced way. We don't hear a lot of stories really promoted. There may be a lot of stories, but we don't hear a lot of them promoted to where people feel safe and confident to say, I trust this way and this is the way I choose to go.
Yeah. They're not believers. We need more people to come forward who's done it the natural way to tell their story.
Amen.
The one man that had it, they killed him off, Dr. Sebi. He had a cure for everything, he said.
And that could be why people don't want to come forward because they know something may happen. So I think a lot of people do. I know people that do stuff underground, you know,
Trump might send
because,
the National Guard in.
you know, so, but don't make somebody feel bad because they decide to go one way versus another way. And if you are a person that has been through a cancer diagnosis to where you went the natural way, the holistic way, and you are years out and you're healthy and you're okay, share that with somebody. So somebody needs to hear it because somebody may be going through cancer and they may have other ailments going on to where doing it the chemical toxic way is going to kill them. So, don't be afraid if you have to reach out to them one on one, like, and let them decide.
Well, I learned going through this process that let the food be your medicine and the medicine be your food.
But, but think about the food. What are they doing to the food unless you're growing it yourself?
Putting the toxins and the chemicals in it.
You got chicken wings that look like turkey legs, like bananas look like they on steroids. Unless you're growing your food yourself, you really don't know what's happening with the food, which is really sad because you figure like, oh, I'm picking organic stuff and I'm eating healthy, and why am I still having issues? If I'm
And it's funny because my mama, she grew, like, we had a garden. She grew collard greens, peppers, tomatoes, squash, and the only thing she had was dementia.
back then, they were able to grow. My mom, they had a farm. They had chickens, all these different animals, and a garden. So they were able to make their own food, eat it, didn't have to worry about all of these things that are being put in our food. And you see, they had
Is your mother
longevity.
originally from Chicago?
No, Tunica, Mississippi.
That's why. It's that country living.
Yeah.
Like my mother was from Georgia, Riceville, Georgia, and my father's from Spartanburg, South Carolina.
And they had longevity. Your dad passed away at what age?
88.
And your mom?
89.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good. I pray that we make it to that age.
Yeah, that's longevity.
And beyond.
My dad's mom was 99 when she passed. The granddaddy was 81. On my mom's side, 87 and 94. Yeah.
Because some of my aunts, they made it to like 99. Two of them, matter of fact. So hopefully they still have them genes.
Yes. So there's so many things that you can do to help. I don't know why I just went dark. Okay, there you go.
There you are.
I was like, why am I dark? There's so many things that have changed over the course of the years as it relates to cancer. We know, as far as the mammograms, they had the 2D mammograms to where you really, I don't even know what they saw on there, but now they're using the 3D mammogram. You can also do the ultrasound imaging. And even right now with AI, the technology that they have can help detect cancer early, even years before a woman even finds a lump. So talk about early detection.
Now, that would be awesome if they use AI for that type of information and check if it can detect any type of cancer before it even evolves.
Oh, they're doing it now. They're doing it right now. AI is going to be how doctors, they're using it now, how doctors treat you. they're they're using, and the AI is reading images. Yes. It's just that when you think about it, the areas that may have the technology to do those things are probably going to be the wealthier areas and the ones that are in the underserved communities and stuff. It may take a while before they get those type of tools to use for people who are dealing with any type of cancer. So yeah, AI is a game changer. But it's somebody, whoever's feeding the information is only as, I want to say, it's only as good as the person that's putting the information in. So if they are putting in accurate information and it's able to come up with a treatment plan without personal feelings involved, or what we did in the past, what we always done, this one size fit all for people, like, people could be living longer and having a decent quality of life, because it may be like, no, you don't need no chemo. No.
Maybe they're testing it out. Maybe it's like, okay, we see this happening with it. You need to drink more milk for more vitamin D, and that'll help with the situation. Or maybe you need to put cocoa or something in your diet, to help you or something. That would be awesome if they're doing something like that.
Oh, I'm sure they using AI for a lot. I mean, who don't use AI? If you're not using it, you should be. You should be.
Well, are we using AI or is AI using us?
Both.
I watch a lot of movies.
Both.
You got to pay attention.
Both. Absolutely both. According to the American Cancer Society, when breast cancer is found early, the 5-year survival rate is over 90%. That's what the statistics are saying. Back in the 70s, I think it was 75%. When it's found early,
so it's going up.
That's promising. So back then, when you got the diagnosis, everybody was looking at you like death, like, oh, you might as well just
you walking around here dead.
Like
you're looking.
You're a goner.
You have been looking a little thin lately.
Just hang it up. So the 90% 5-year survival rate is awesome. If you can, and a lot of times they consider you a survivor from the day of diagnosis, but a lot of times they don't recognize you as a survivor until you get past that 5 years. Because if you notice, you have to still report to your oncologist maybe every 3 months, every 6 months, when you are, after you're diagnosed, until you hit that 5-year mark. And then once you hit that 5-year mark, they release you back to your general doctor. They's like, okay, you got past the 5 years. I can remember when I was getting chemo, and the doctor wrote on the packet for the treatment plan. And the treatment plan, it said, after she wrote everything, she wrote the word cure in big letters and circled it. That was the treatment plan. Whatever treatment plan they had was to cure the cancer. I'm like, oh, they do that? That's what they do. BRCA one. Go ahead.
Well, it's definitely, I guess, to say, because Montasha, she stayed going. She has surpassed what the doctor has said. She went 6 years.
Wow. It was all froze a little bit. He was talking about his wife going 6 years past what the doctor had given her. And sometimes the doctor be guessing. Sometimes they go on cases they have had before, and they're seeing the same symptoms, the same things that they have went through and came to that conclusion, and then they put it on you and say, ultimately God has the last say. So it's whatever it is he wants and whatever he allows. So early detection isn't just about awareness, it's about empowerment. Mm. Early detection should empower you. That's a conflicting statement for me because I feel like why we why we not talking about prevention? We're not there yet, and hopefully with AI we will get there. Can you hear me, Rizal? Are you able to hear me, Rizal?
I can't hear you.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay, we back. Oh my God, I swear, every Monday the devil just be busy.
No, I was talking about early detection. This statement says early detection isn't just awareness, it's empowerment. And I said why we don't focus on prevention. Like we focus on early detection, and early detection just means you have cancer. You just caught it early when it's supposed to be treatable to where you don't have to do a lot of invasive treatment. You shouldn't.
So, as we was talking about earlier about our foods, we should start maybe doing that as a preventative measure now instead of waiting until they say it's early detection. Because, like you said, by this now it's too late. But if we do the things we're supposed to do beforehand, we may have a lesser number of people where it actually, come out. So
Yeah, so like some of the foods that they push that helps with destroying cancer genes from populating is broccoli is one of them. Blueberries is another one. Um, you avocados, nuts, dark chocolate. There's so many different turmeric, ginger. There's so many different things that you can put in your body to fuel your body with to help decrease your chances of getting a cancer diagnosis because it doesn't eliminate it altogether, but it'll help decrease it. But just think about it. If you're constantly putting the right gas in your car, it's going to run smooth, right? But if you start putting the bad gas in there, the cheap gas, the bad gas, then what's going to happen? It's going to start running really ragged. And then you're going to start having issues. Next thing you know, you in a mechanic, you're in the place trying to see what's wrong with it. So if you can wear designer clothes and designer shoes and pay all this money for your hair and hair extensions and nails, then you can afford to get some quality food. You shouldn't skimp on the food. Oh, food too high. It's expensive to eat healthy. It's expensive to be on chemo. It's expensive to be in the hospital. It's expensive to be sick.
that's because we have the wrong idea about life because we care more about what we look like than what we live for.
Wow. That was powerful. I think about how treatment has evolved. Basically, I feel like we're still using the standard of care, which is the chemo, the surgery, the radiation. But there are some targeted therapies, immunotherapies, and some hormone blockers out there that is designed to fight cancer more precisely versus you shooting the chemo in your body and it's going everywhere and it's taking away good cells as well as bad cells. You have some that will target it, the bad cells, or use your immune system to fight the cancer. So that's one way that breast cancer treatment has evolved. There,
Hopefully, I think we'll get there. Eventually, they'll break down Big Pharma. We'll say, all right, we're going to just stop putting the Band-Aid on it and actually heal it and cure it.
you know, I would love to see that happen.
It's coming. Be patient.
Yeah. Clinical trials. Clinical trials and advocacy has pushed for new options. Survivors and caregivers are now part of the research conversation, and that did not happen before. I think people leave out caregivers and supporters when it comes to a lot of times when it comes to research or trying to figure out the different therapies that are coming down the line. Well, I'm a witness. I sat on a couple of panels to where we reviewed the grants and we voted on if that therapy was going to be less toxic and beneficial, improve the quality of life while helping the breast cancer patient. So I was able to witness how all of that take place. So we do have a voice when it comes to the new treatments that are coming out. We do sit at the table. And that's important.
Yeah, that is definitely a blessing.
It's important. It's important.
Tell me, we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. Science saves lives, but compassion changes the experience. God created science. This is his world. He created it. And he gave men the knowledge to use in order to come up with these different treatments. But having someone be compassionate to you while you're going through this experience, especially the doctors, the nurses, treating you like a human being and not just like a number, like they don't see you, spending less than 10, 15 minutes with you. I'd be demanding my time. I'm sorry. I'd be in the doctor's office demanding my time. I'd be asking questions. I'd be like, you're not about to just come in here and get out of here in 15 minutes. That's no. No. So this is your body. You get one body, one temple, and you have a say so in what's happening. You don't have to just sit and take orders from the doctor. I encourage second opinions, even if they say the same thing. That's okay. It just gives you a peace of mind that, okay, this is what it is. And now I know what I have to do, how to gather my weapons of mass destruction and fight this. But I hate when people feel rushed when they have been told they have a cancer diagnosis. Don't feel rushed. You know, always try to get a second opinion if you can afford it.
Yeah, it's almost like you've been living with it this long, so another day ain't going, or a week ain't going to kill you. Exactly.
Thank you. Because baby, they will rush you through. They be like, my doctor was I found my lump in November of 2013. She was trying to start me on chemo in December. I'm like, pump the brakes. I ain't even had time to think about this, pray about this. Like, hold on. I didn't start till February. She was so mad at me. She was just like, you doing this on purpose. I'm like, no, I'm not. God ain't ready for me to start it yet. Like, he's preparing me. And as I'm getting prepared, when he's ready, it'll happen. Like,
let me see what else I can do first before you just start sticking me with needles and pumping me with this stuff.
Exactly. Like, don't feel rushed. Find out about what it is that you have. Get all of that information so that when you go get the second opinion, you feel comfortable about whatever choice you make, whatever it is that you want to do.
That's right. Do your research or listen to Warriors Talk every Monday.
I'm trying to tell you, we got so many videos out there, you guys. Go through the catalog. There's so many out there.
Years and years.
Mm-hmm. Breast cancer death rates have dropped by 43% from 1989 to 2000 due to early detection and better treatment, according to the American Cancer Society.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. So there are so many survivors. They say over 4 million survivors in the U.S. 4 million women in the U.S. are living with a history of breast cancer. Survivors, thrivers, warriors, according to the National Cancer Institute. Yeah, that's an awesome thing. And this is why it's important for us to continue to talk about it. Talk about it. Share this video out with somebody. They may need it. Talk about it. What does it say? Finish the fight? Love it. Yes. Yes. It's so much more work that needs to be done when it comes to breast cancer. We're not done. Definitely not done. Oh, resolve. Okay.
Words of wisdom time.
It is. We didn't even get through everything, but that's okay.
Well, we still got a couple more minutes.
I wanted to mention about the Black women, African American women. Black women are 40% more likely to die from breast cancer than white women, even though the incidence of breast cancer is not as high as theirs. So in that category, I feel like we could do better. I feel like a lot of it is not our fault as well, but we could do better with our health. Going to the doctor, even when you don't feel like it, even when you're nervous and you don't want to go. Rizal, no, I was just hospitalized not too long ago, and I didn't want to go. I was just like, oh Lord, if I could pray my way out of this, I don't want to go. But I had to go to the emergency room so I could see what was going on with me, and I didn't want to go, but I went. If I had to stay home, I probably would have had a heart attack or something. So you just don't know. Just seriously, you don't know. So when
You better not leave me.
when you're in doubt, when you're feeling some type of way, keep up with your annuals, keep up with whatever screenings you need to do. Make sure you are exercising. You can't exercising is another. Rizal mentioned food. Food is medicine. Exercise is medicine, you guys, especially when it comes to cancer. It releases this chemical in your body that fights those cancer cells. So if you're not exercising, especially if you are a cancer survivor, you're killing yourself slowly. So make sure you incorporate the eating, the exercising, and the decreasing of the stress in your life. And I'm guilty of this, and Lord, I need help with this. Sleep, because your body repairs itself when you sleep. It heals when you sleep, and if you're not getting the proper sleep, you're cutting years off of your life.
Oh.
All right. That was a lot.
It was, but as usual, always a great show. I hope individuals actually take heed to the information of things that we say and what we put out and that we do and what we tell them. Because we've been there. We're going to walk the walk. We talk the talk. We're here now. We're here to try to help you get through whatever it is you're going through. So with that, I'll say, it's one thing that I always used to tell my wife, and it's on a shirt. As long as you fight, I'm going to fight, and we're going to fight together.
That's right. No, nobody should fight alone. Nobody. There's too many survivors out here. Too many supporters. Should not be alone. Was those your words of wisdom? Did you give me some?
That was it. You okay?
Yeah.
Look, about to have a breakdown over there.
No.
Here, hugs.
I received that. No. You guys, Warriors Talk is always looking for individuals to share their testimony. It doesn't have to be a cancer testimony. If you have an empowering journey, something you overcame and you want to share and give someone hope, encourage them, just reach out to me, inbox me, and let me know. And you could be a guest on the show. Don't forget about the 9th Annual Survivor Celebration and Reflection Gala taking place on October the 18th at the Crystal Sky Banquet, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Also, our book launch is taking place that same exact day. And let me find the actual, there it is. That is the new book that is coming out, you guys. When Warriors Talk, Faith Emerges. You can also pick up my new cancer journey. If you know somebody that's going through cancer and they're actively in treatment, I created a journal for them to take with them, and they can journal their entire journey while they're in treatment. It takes you through different journal prompts, and it's a guide for healing, faith, and empowerment. Highlight my last sponsor, which is Gloria Dotson with Mary Kay. She's catering to all of your beauty needs from head to toe. You can go to marykay.com/GDOTSON and make sure you tell her that Warriors Talk sent you. My words of wisdom. We've come so far in science, but the real victory is in the strength of the survivors. Join me next Monday right here at 6 p.m. on Intellectual Radio. As always, thank you for tuning in to Warriors Talk with author and founder Lady Rochelle. Co-hosting is Rosal Gilmore, a.k.a. The Biz. Warriors Talk is changing lives one warrior at a time.
Thank you for listening to this week's edition of Warriors Talk with Lady Rochelle. To find out more about Warriors Talk, follow at Warriors Talk, the number 1, on all social media outlets, and Warriors Talk with Lady Rochelle on YouTube. Please join us next week and every Monday evening at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on IntellectualRadio.com for Warriors Talk with Lady Rochelle, where we encourage, educate, and empower you into action.